Hello viewers, today let us learn about oral contraceptives. Oral contraceptives are the most effective contraceptives available today. Pincus in 1950s and his colleagues used progestin norethindrel in the first contraceptive trial. Classification of contraceptives. If we see the hormonal contraceptives, there is the oral, parental, and there are intrauterine devices which contain progesterone and levonorgestrel. Amongst oral, there is the combined estrogen and progesterone preparations, progestin only pill, that is the mini pill, postcoital contraceptives. They are also called as emergency contraceptives. Amongst parental preparations, there is the injection DMPA, Neten. The implants include Norplant and Implanon. The combined estrogen and progestin preparations, that is the combined pills, they are the widely used and most effective method of contraception. They contain estrogen, ethinyl estradiol, progestins, that is norethindrone, levonorgestrel, norgestimate, norgestrel, desogestrel, and gestodine. They are available as monophasic, biphasic, or triphasic preparations. The monophasic pills. A fixed amount of estrogen and progestin is present in each pill. The estrogen content is 2 to 30 micrograms. Progestin is 0.15 to 1 milligrams. Preparations containing less than 35 microgram of estrogen are referred to as low dose pills. The third generation progestins, namely desogestrel, gestodine, and norgestimate, are lipid friendly as they increase the HDL levels and reduce atherogenic risk. Drospirenone, a progestin preparation, is a derivative of spironolactone. It is devoid of androgenic and mineralocorticoid activity. Adverse events like weight gain, acne, hirsutism are rare in this drug. Biphasic and triphasic pills. In biphasic pills, the dose of estrogen is constant, but progestogen varies according to phase of menstrual cycle. In triphasic pills, the dose of estrogen is more in mid-cycle, but doses of progestin increase in 3 successive phases of menstrual cycle. You see the various oral contraceptive preparations. In monophasic combination tablets, earlier preparations had a larger dose of hormones. The newer preparations, the dose of ethinyl estradiol and progestogens, that is desogestrel, it is reduced. Biphasic combinations, they are available in very few countries. Here in the initial days, the dose of progestogen, that is less, but as the cycle progresses, the dose of progestins increases, whereas estrogen level is kept constant. In triphasic combination tablets, in the mid-cycle, estrogen is increased, whereas the levels of progesterone, they are kept on increasing as the cycle progresses. In mini pill, there is only progestin. Those are the norethindrone and norgestrel. If we see mechanism of action of oral contraceptive pills, initially here they suppress ovulation through a negative feedback effect on the hypothalamus. They also decrease ovarian androgen secretion. Here there is stabilization of endometrium. They also produce a thin endometrium which is unsuitable for implantation. Now here the progestogen component makes the cervical mucus impenetrable to sperm as it thickens the mucus. So in detail, the mechanism of action, here both the estrogen and progesterone act synergistically on hypothalamo-pituitary axis by negative feedback mechanism, and they inhibit the release of FSH and LH, which leads to inhibition of ovulation. They also cause tubal and uterine contractions that may interfere with fertilization. They make the endometrium less suitable for implantation. Thick, viscid cervical mucus secretion prevents sperm penetration. That is mainly with progestins. Schedule for combined pill. A lady has to start taking combined pill orally from the first day of menstrual cycle. That is the day bleeding starts. It is to be continued till day 21. Days 22 to 28 are OC pill free days. In these 7 days, she can either not take any OC pills or take iron tablets At times they are available in the pack itself. The next day, that is a day after day 28, is taken as day 1 of next cycle and the course is repeated till contraception is desired. If a lady misses a pill, she should take 2 pills the next day, and if she misses pills for 2 days or even more, she should use extra methods of contraception. For example, barrier method. Progestin only pill or the mini pill. This contains a very low dose of progestin, norethindrone or norgestrel for contraception mainly during lactation. It is to be started from day 1 of menstrual cycle and continued throughout the cycle without break. The pill should be continued without break as long as contraception is desired. Mechanism of action. Mini pills act by altering cervical mucus and interfering with implantation and inhibiting ovulation. The adverse effects include it can cause menstrual irregularities and there is a risk of ectopic pregnancy. Postcoital pill or emergency contraception. It interferes with implantation and also has anti-ovulatory effect. It is mainly used following rape, unprotected intercourse or accidental rupture of condoms during coitus. The drugs used include levonorgestrel, ulipristal and mifepristone. Schedule for the use of postcoital contraceptive. Here, levonorgestrel 0.75 milligrams, one pill is taken as early as possible, that is within 72 hours of coitus, and another pill should be taken 12 hours later. Levonorgestrel 1.5 milligrams can be used as a single dose within 72 hours of unprotected intercourse. Mifepristone, that is an antiprogestin 600 milligrams, can be used as a single dose as a postcoital pill. Ulipristal, that is a selective progesterone receptor modulator 30 milligrams as a single dose is effective up to 5 days of unprotected coitus. Ulipristal has anti-ovulatory effect. It can block implantation. The adverse drug reactions include headache. Beneficial effects of contraceptives. Unwanted pregnancy is avoided. Non-contraceptive beneficial effects include they relieve dysmenorrhea and premenstrual tension. They prevent iron deficiency anemia by reducing menstrual loss. They reduce the incidence of pelvic inflammatory diseases and endometriosis. They reduce incidence of benign breast tumors and ovarian cysts. Adverse effects of OC pills. They are mainly dose related. Current low dose preparations have minimal side effects. Nausea, vomiting, headache, breakthrough bleeding can occur. Breakthrough bleeding occurs initially but it subsides later. Weight gain, fluid retention, acne, pigmentation of skin can also occur. OC pills impair glucose tolerance and there is alteration in lipid profiles. But this alteration in lipid profile occurs with high dose preparations and it is very rare with low dose preparations. Long-term use can cause rise in blood pressure. Once again, it is rare with low dose preparations. Long-term adverse effects also include increased incidence of venous thromboembolic disease in women with risk factors for thromboembolism like smoking, risk of myocardial infarction, stroke in women with coexisting diabetes or hypertension. There is increased risk of gallstones, benign liver tumors, breast cancer. The third generation progestins that are lipid friendly and have less atherogenic risk include desogestrel, gestodine and norgestimate. Absolute contraindications for OC pills include it should not be used less than 6 weeks postpartum in women who are breastfeeding. It should not be used in smokers over the age of 35 years who are smoking more than 15 cigarettes per day. Hypertension where systolic BP is more than 160 mm mercury or diastolic more than 100 mm mercury. In current or past history of venous thromboembolism, ischemic heart disease, history of cerebrovascular accident, complicated valvular heart disease, migraine headache with focal neurological symptoms, breast cancer, diabetes with retinopathy, nephropathy, neuropathy, severe cirrhosis, liver tumor like adenoma or hepatoma. Relative contraindications include smokers over the age of 35 years if they are smoking less than 15 cigarettes per day. adequately controlled hypertension, hypertension where systolic BP is 140 to 159 mmHg, diastolic 90 to 99 mmHg. Migraine headache over the age of 35 years, currently symptomatic gallbladder disease, mild cirrhosis, history of combined occipit related cholestasis, users of medication that may interfere with combined oral contraceptive metabolism. Drug interactions. Drugs inducing hepatic microsomal enzymes enhance metabolism of oral contraceptives and can cause failure of contraception. These drugs include rifampicin, phenytoin, carbamazepine. Estrogens are conjugated in liver and excreted via bile into gut, where they are deconjugated by bacterial flora and then reabsorbed. Antibiotics like tetracycline, ampicillin, they are incompletely absorbed in the gut. These antibiotics destroy the bacteria, therefore reduce deconjugation and reabsorption of oral contraceptives, leading to contraceptive failure. So in cases where a patient is taking these drugs, they should resort to some other method of contraception, that is, for example, barrier method. Ormeloxifene or Centroman. This is the Saheli tablet which has been developed in India. Non-steroidal oral contraceptive pills. Ormeloxifene or Centroman has been developed at CDRI, Lucknow, India. It has estrogen antagonistic effect. It prevents implantation through endometrial changes. It has a long plasma half-life. A dose of 30 milligrams taken orally twice a week for 12 weeks and then weekly thereafter. The return of fertility occurs within 6 months of stoppage of the drug. It has no hormonal, teratogenic, carcinogenic or mutagenic effects. Male contraceptives. Some of them are estrogens, progestins, androgens, antiandrogens, gonadotropin releasing hormone analogs and gossypol. However, the results of these contraceptives have not found to be very satisfactory. Moreover, since men don't get pregnant, why should they take the risk of taking these contraceptives? Parenteral contraceptives. These include the injectable contraceptives, that is the DMPA, Depo medroxyprogesterone acetate. It is given 150 milligrams deep IM once in 3 months. NET-N, that is norethindrone enanthate, is given 200 milligram intramuscular once in 2 months. Implants. Norplant, that is, it is a subdermal implant which consists of 6 flexible rods containing 216 milligram of levonorgestrel. The contraceptive effect lasts for 5 years, but fertility is restored almost immediately on removal. Another is Implanon. It is a subdermal single rod containing 68 milligrams of desogestrel. The contraceptive effect lasts for 3 years. Devices. Intrauterine devices. Levonorgestrel device. It is a T-shaped device inserted into the uterine cavity and the contraceptive effect lasts for 5 years. Another is Progestastat. This is intrauterine device containing progestogen and can be inserted in the uterine cavity. The efficacy is low and the device has to be replaced yearly. Thank you.